Are you actually crying?
Go!
A boy was heading to the family car to retrieve something when this occurred. As he opened the car door, a terrifying, bone-chilling scream suddenly echoed through the air. Panicked, he rushed back inside to alert his parents. When they reviewed the security footage, the scream was captured, but no one was in sight, and there was no clue as to its source. Whatever it was anything but ordinary. A video has surfaced showing what looks like a dead dragon lying on the ground, blurring the line between myth and reality. While dragons are usually seen as creatures from stories and legends, the recent rise in strange creature sightings adds a sense of mystery. Could this be real, or is it just a well-made hoax meant to look like something out of a fantasy? This footage is one to consider as a potential conspiracy. While on patrol, a police officer paused near the woods after hearing a bizarre, unidentifiable sound.
What the absolute...
The deep, powerful noise suggested that whatever was behind it had to be quite large. The officer believes the sound came from a Bigfoot, a creature long discussed in paranormal circles. Mysterious noises like this are often linked to the elusive, hairy giant. So, was it Bigfoot, or just another unexplained mystery? A video that went viral claimed to show a T-Rex carcass found deep in the woods. It quickly caught the attention of dinosaur fans and paranormal enthusiasts who hoped it was proof that dinosaurs might still exist. The remains looked fresh, which made the footage even more intriguing. However, after growing speculation, the person who uploaded the video admitted it was fake. The T-Rex was actually a realistic model from a museum-themed park in Germany meant to educate people about dinosaur decay. The uploader confessed he shared the clip just to get attention and later apologized for fooling viewers. Someone placed a trail camera in a remote forest area, hoping to film local wildlife, but what showed up was shocking. The footage captured a creature that looked a lot like a dinosaur. When the video was shared online, viewers were split. Some thought it might be a kangaroo, but many believed it looked far too ancient. Skeptics argued that dinosaurs are extinct, so it was probably just a small animal. Still, the strange shape and movement left many wondering, could dinosaurs somehow still exist, hidden in the wild? A strange-looking animal that seems like it came out of a dinosaur movie was caught on camera in the wild. It's not fake or made with CGI. This real creature is called a gharial, a rare type of crocodile found in the Indian subcontinent. It looks different from normal crocodiles because it has a long, thin snout filled with sharp, needle-like teeth, perfect for catching fish. Even though it looks scary, it doesn't hurt people and only eats fish. Gharials are endangered and protected by law, so people are not allowed to hunt them. A person was staying in a mountain cabin when they were suddenly shocked by something completely baffling. At first, the footage looked like a spider simply crawling on a surface. But on closer inspection, something much more unsettling became clear. The spider was dead, controlled by a parasitic fungus called cordyceps, the same fungus that inspired the infection in The Last of Us. Once the spores infect their host, they take over its body and brain, turning it into a puppet. The fungus continues to grow until it kills the host. The creepiest part is that the spider doesn't even realize it's being controlled, slowly dying as it moves. In a thick forest, a strange creature was caught on camera. It had a human-like body covered in brown furs and a dog-like head. Many think it could be the Dogman, a creature often mentioned in legends. As the camera zoomed in, the creature's features stood out more clearly, making the moment both fascinating and creepy. People are now questioning whether this was a real sighting or just a well-done hoax. One night, a man living alone on the Appalachian Trail spotted something unusual outside his cabin window.
What is that? Is that in the woods? Hello? Hello?
A pair of red eyes stared straight at him. They didn't look like any animal, but they weren't human either. This wasn't his first strange encounter out there, and it likely wouldn't be the last. A man walking through the woods at night started to feel like he was being followed. He pulled out his camera and started filming.
So this frickin' thing, it's staring at me. It followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now.
During the experience, he realized he wasn't being followed by a person, but by some kind of creature. In the video, you can spot the figure lying in the grass, but its details are too unclear to tell exactly what it is. People who watched the footage were left wondering, with many suggesting it could be a deadly predator. The mystery remains. What exactly was that thing, and why did it track the man all the way home? What do you see here? A bird on fire or just a camera trick? This video has been going around online, showing a bird sitting on a burning electric pole. Strangely, the flames didn't harm it, and after a while, it flew away. Some people are calling it a phoenix, the legendary firebird. So what do you think? Is it real, or is someone just playing with us? While visiting Japan's Aokigahara forest, known for its somber history, a tourist and his partner joined a guided tour and captured something disturbing on video. As they filmed a slope, a dark, motionless figure appeared behind what seemed to be a shrine or headstone. It didn't resemble anyone in their group and appeared to be staring straight at them. There was no movement, no sound, just a still, human-like silhouette. When they later returned to investigate, there was nothing there that could have caused the image. The eerie feeling lingered, and they were convinced the figure hadn't been a living person. A longtime resident swears by the story. One night, he recorded a frightening video of a motionless figure standing there. However, there were no footprints or any indication that someone had been present, just silence. After that, he keeps the lights low and the curtains shut. It's unsettling, but is it genuine? The video shows a strange, alien-like creature swimming in the water. It moves like a fish, but has a face that looks oddly human, though it's clearly not a person. Some people who watch the footage think it might be a mutated fish, but others aren't so sure. We usually imagine aliens walking on land like humans, but what if some are aquatic and need water to survive? Maybe they even use machines to move around on land. It's a wild thought, but this footage might just make you consider the possibility. A photographer exploring an abandoned house encountered a pale-faced woman at the window, quietly mumbling to him. Instead of fleeing, he kept recording. Suddenly, she began shouting and banging on the glass. Judging by his calm reaction, it seems likely the event was staged. The woman's appearance also looked fake. Her skin resembled a rubber mask, and you could even see a face through the eye holes. What's your take? At about 2:45 in the morning, a TikToker recorded a video in the Appalachian foothills. After brightening the footage, they noticed something terrifying. Nothing was supposed to be moving at that time or in that location. But in the video, a shadowy figure crosses the trail. The person filming said they didn't see or hear anyone nearby. Even now, they're still puzzled by what they caught on camera. While walking through the woods at night, someone came across a strange structure made from twisted and broken tree branches. It had what looked like a doorway, almost as if something had intentionally built it. The branches weren't cleanly cut. They were forcefully snapped, which suggests this wasn't made by people. Some thought it might be a hunter's hideout, but the strength required to break the wood points to something much more powerful. Now people are wondering, could this be a shelter built by Bigfoot or some other unknown creature? In 2014, 2 people living in a trailer in the woods of Northern California had a scary experience. As they were going to bed, the trailer suddenly shook and they heard a loud, deep growl. It was clear that something big was outside. Since the windows were shut, they couldn't see what it was, but they stayed calm and recorded the moment. People had mentioned seeing Bigfoot in the area before, but they didn't really believe it until now. The next morning, they found some strange fur nearby. A YouTuber went to explore an old, abandoned church, hoping for a spooky experience, but what he found was far more disturbing. Inside, he came across open tombs and damaged coffins with skeletal remains visible. It looked like grave robbers had broken in, likely searching for valuables. Even though it wasn't a ghost sighting, the scene, with exposed bones and ruined resting places, was deeply unsettling. A Reddit user shared a video they filmed at night in Gettysburg's wheat field, a site famous for ghost sightings following the Civil War battle. As they drove through the area, they suddenly began to hear the faint sound of fifes and drums gradually growing louder, despite no one being in sight. In 2023, a group visiting Lake Hume in Australia was enjoying a peaceful day by the water when an eerie, unexplained sound suddenly echoed from beyond the lake, disrupting the calm atmosphere.
We're up at Bonnie Down.
The strange sound drew attention from the group, as it didn't resemble any known animal calls or machinery. Its eerie tone stirred curiosity and speculation. While it could be due to wildlife, wind patterns, or distant machinery, no clear source was identified, leaving everyone puzzled about what they had just heard. It was just an ordinary sunny day in Kentucky when a man taking a walk near his home noticed something strange, not coming from the sky or any machinery, but from beneath the ground.
There's something under the ground, and it sounds like buzzed out.
Intrigued, he grabbed his camera and started filming. The closer he got, the louder the mysterious rumbling became, as if something was stirring far below the ground.
It's over here in the field.
There was no construction, no digging, nothing that could explain it. No one truly knows what's happening beneath that seemingly calm and quiet stretch of land. A trail cam deep in the woods captured something strange. A towering creature walking calmly through the forest. It's nearly as tall as the trees, with unusually long arms that hang low, almost touching the ground. Its slow, human-like walk has some people thinking it could be Bigfoot, while others believe it might be an entirely new cryptid. Skeptics, on the other hand, say it's probably just someone in a costume. What do you think? Real creature or just another hoax? A man says he has body parts from a Bigfoot that his dad shot and killed years ago. Because the creature was so big, they had to cut it into pieces to keep it. In the video, he shows what he claims is a Bigfoot arm. It's covered in brown hair, looks very real, and the hand looks kind of human but also animal-like. It's much bigger than a monkey's or gorilla's arm. Now people are wondering, is it real or just a fake? A video shows a woman petting what looks like a normal cat, but when she touches its sides, it appears to have wings. The strange clip went viral online, and people were confused about what it really was. Some think it might be a result of genetic experiments, while others believe it's just a realistic costume or accessory. No one has given a clear answer, so it's still a mystery whether it's real or fake. A fox and a wolf were seen locked in a tense moment, seemingly ready to attack each other, yet both appeared completely frozen, as if time had stopped. The bizarre scene raises curiosity about what might have caused it. Was it intense aggression that somehow stunned them? Or could there be a natural or even supernatural reason behind this strange standoff? During a boat ride in the ocean, someone encountered a massive shark that swam beneath and circled their vessel. Although they stayed still and avoided drawing attention, their nervous reactions made it clear they were scared. At first, they feared it was a great white shark, but it was actually a basking shark, a harmless giant that feeds on plankton and small fish. Despite its intimidating size, The encounter was more awe-inspiring than dangerous, showing how the ocean can stir both fear and wonder. A couple was out for a walk in the woods, not knowing they were being filmed, or that something strange was behind them. In the video, two large figures that look like Bigfoot can be seen in the background before they quietly walk into the trees. They move calmly, almost like they don't want to be noticed. The sighting left people wondering if it was really Bigfoot and what they were doing there. In the middle of the night, deep in a remote forest, a strange figure briefly appeared on camera before disappearing. Some viewers think it was Bigfoot, while others believe it looked more like a witch. The video is dark, making it hard to tell, but some say the figure seems to be wearing a cloak, not covered in fur. The person who posted the video might have misidentified whatever they saw. What do you think it was? An explorer came across a strange skull that sparked a lot of curiosity and debate. The skull was unusually large and had features that didn't match any known animal. Its massive size and long fangs only add to the mystery, making others wonder if it could be evidence of a creature that science hasn't yet identified. Something unusual was caught on camera deep in the woods. This creature is huge, with body features that don't look human at all. It has a gorilla-like build and a noticeable hunch. Honestly, it's hard to believe any person could fit into a costume that size. So now the question is, what do you think it is? A person walking through the woods at night claimed to capture footage of a mysterious creature that looks like the legendary nine-tailed fox from Asian mythology and anime. In the dark forest, glowing tails can be seen, lighting up the area. The strange glow and the low visibility make it hard to tell if the video is real or edited. The creature disappears just as quickly as it appeared, leaving the forest dark and silent again. Chris Randall was hiking solo near Red Pike in the Lake District when he noticed something odd emerging from the mist. As he walked, a large shadow seemed to follow him, creating an unsettling feeling that something was nearby, but it wasn't anything supernatural. What he witnessed was a rare optical illusion called a Brockenspector. This phenomenon occurs when sunlight casts a person's shadow onto mist or clouds, making it appear huge, ghostly, and almost real. Chris had been camping alone near W. Dale Head when it happened, and for a brief moment, he truly felt he had company. In the middle of a dense forest, the person recording waits quietly, parked under tall trees. After a while, odd and unsettling noises begin to come from different directions in the woods. The first thought that comes to the recorder's mind is that someone might be calling for help, but doubt and fear quickly set in, making them hesitate to go check. They worry it could be a trap. As the strange sounds continue, whatever is making them stays hidden, leaving the recorder to wonder, is it a clever creature pretending to be in trouble to lure someone in, or just the result of a nervous mind playing tricks? A woman had been living in her house in Appalachia for a year when she decided to rearrange things. She moved 2 large bookshelves and found a door she'd never noticed before. It was taped shut, clearly meant to stay hidden. She called a friend over, and together they opened it. Behind the door, she found stairs leading up to a large attic she didn't even know existed. Now, people online are spooked. Some think it was closed off to keep something dark inside. And being in Appalachia, it's easy to imagine something creepy going on. Take a look at a strange and fascinating moment caught on camera. A man unexpectedly came across an octopus, an animal usually found deep in the ocean, far from its usual habitat. At first, it seemed impossible for the sea creature to have made it so far inland. But if you look closely at the video, you'll spot a small hole in the sand just behind the octopus. That hole leads straight to the ocean. It turns out the octopus had used it to move between land and sea. This surprising sight is a reminder of how smart and adaptable animals can be. One evening after a snowstorm, a man was out hunting when he saw a strange creature lying in the snow. It had a round head, human-like shoulders, and skin that looked like dried leaves. What really stood out were its glowing eyes in the dark. The creature looked just as shocked to see the man as he was to see it. Some people think it might have been a goblin, while others believe it was just a regular animal like a goat. A man was out making late-night deliveries when he noticed something strange by the side of the road. On a swing sat a small child, gently swaying in the darkness. It was an odd sight. There were no houses nearby, and it was the middle of the night. He pulled over, but when he looked again, the child was gone. Only the swing moved, creaking softly like someone had just been on it. He said the air suddenly turned cold. Was it a ghost or a real child? Feeling spooked, the man quickly drove away. A strange and unsettling moment was caught on camera by a local resident in Tennessee.
See that thing right there? It's creeping me out. I lived here for going on 7 years. I walked 100 miles through these woods. Never seen that shape before right there.
The creature is tall and slender, with black skin and a dark face, and what looks like thorns or something similar on its head. In the footage, it seems to be quietly watching the man from a distance. The closest guess might be the Tennessee wild man, but that's still just a theory. What do you think it could be? It seems the creature is missing its front legs. That could explain why it moves so strangely. It may be a crocodile or an alligator that lost its limbs, maybe in a fight or by accident. That explanation seems more likely than the other wild guesses. A woman living on a large, gated, and fenced-off farm in the Appalachian Mountains, with no neighbors nearby, captured this eerie video. She says she probably doesn't know these girls and thinks it's highly unlikely that 2 girls would be there at that hour. Many people believe these figures aren't human at all. They suspect they are skinwalkers, creatures that change shape to tempt people outside their homes. Considering how unusual it was for anyone to be around, the woman couldn't entirely dismiss that idea. While driving down a dark, quiet road late at night, a couple spotted something strange in their headlights. A figure crouched in the bushes. It wore a white robe and didn't move at all, just stayed frozen in place. Curious and unsettled, they turned the car around to look again, and it was still there, unmoving. What made it even creepier was the fact that it had no visible face, leaving the couple confused and disturbed. Who or what was that faceless figure hiding in the dark? A wildlife photographer set up a trail camera deep in the woods, hoping to capture animals at night. But when he checked the footage, he saw something unexpected, a blurry, ghost-like figure on the right side of the screen. It looked almost Smoky, as if it didn't fully belong in our world. What was it doing there? Was it hunting? Did it just appear out of nowhere? And most importantly, can we even be sure this footage is real? A Reddit user once posted what appeared to be a typical forest photo. Just dry leaves and twigs. Nothing unusual, but if you look closer, you'll see a copperhead snake perfectly camouflaged against its surroundings. One wrong step on that peaceful hike could have had a very different outcome. Late one night, a couple was suddenly woken up by their dogs barking wildly. Worried, they rushed outside to see what was going on.
Bunch of them, where are they? They're blinking, y'all.
There's lots out there.
Are those coyotes?
I don't know, but they're there.
Yeah, those are coyotes.
In the darkness of their backyard, they saw a pair of glowing eyes staring at them from the woods. At first, they thought it might be coyotes, but they couldn't say for sure. The unknown creature left them unsettled, with thoughts of the rake or a skinwalker crossing their minds. In this striking footage, a large cryptid, around 10 feet tall and covered in black fur, is seen walking calmly across an open field. Despite its ape-like build, it moves with a surprisingly human-like stride. It strongly resembles Bigfoot, but unlike the usual shaky or distant sightings, this one appears unusually confident. The question is, where is it going? Is it heading home or just exploring? Whatever the case, this might be one of the clearest and boldest Bigfoot sightings caught on camera. A huge creature, around 7 to 8 feet tall, stepped out from the shadows, covered in dark fur. It looked like a mix between a human and an ape, clearly something people would call Bigfoot. Its size and appearance were so intense that anyone who saw it up close would be left stunned. This video was captured by someone who was outside with his mother during a storm. It's unclear why they stayed out long enough to get caught in it, especially since they were in a shelter so close to their home. Whatever the reason, the footage offers a rare glimpse into that unexpected moment. In this clip, someone out for a nighttime walk stumbled upon a strange creature crouched on the ground. It looked like a goblin, with smooth, plastic-like skin and glowing eyes. When the person tried to film it, the creature suddenly reacted, charging forward while letting out eerie, unnatural sounds. As convincing as the scene might be, it's likely just a well-made CGI creation. Still, it's creepy enough to make you do a double take. What do you think? The person who shared the video said the creature appeared at the end of their street and remained still, as if it were waiting for something. It looked bigger and taller than a typical Bigfoot, covered in a lot of fur, and had a humanoid shape. It doesn't match any known cryptids. The creature could just be a statue placed there since no one in the footage reacts with fear. The shaky camera also doesn't seem real, which makes the video more suspicious. The uploader wants to know if viewers think they're being too doubtful and asks for their thoughts in the comments. A family began noticing strange holes appearing in their backyard fence, so they decided to review their security footage to determine what was happening. What they saw was far more shocking than they ever imagined. Late at night, a human-like figure showed up. At one point, it seemed like it was trying to break through the fence. No one knows what it was, but the footage is enough to send shivers down your spine. Thankfully for the family, whatever it was never made it through. While reviewing a simple bird video from Michigan, something unexpected caught the eye. A mysterious, hairy figure moving through the woods in the background. Its exact height couldn't be determined due to the distance, but its appearance immediately brought one creature to mind: Bigfoot. The clip shows what looks like a tall, ape-like being walking quietly through the forest. Could this be Bigfoot? It's another piece of the puzzle in the ongoing mystery surrounding this elusive creature. In 2010, a shocking moment was captured on a golf course when a man saw an alligator walking across the green, seemingly carrying a head in its mouth. This sparked alarm, especially since a year earlier, a woman had gone missing in the same area, and some believed she had been killed by an alligator from a nearby river. The eerie footage led many to fear the worst, that the gator had the woman's head. However, after closer investigation, it was revealed that the alligator was actually carrying a turtle, not a human head. An explorer discovered some strange footprints in the wild. At first, they looked like normal shoe prints, but after comparing them to his own, it was clear they were different. The prints were very deep in the soft ground, meaning the creature that made them was heavy and strong. The explorer believes these prints might belong to a young Bigfoot, a legendary creature said to live in forested areas. Many agree that this is a likely explanation. A young man was exploring a tunnel in the woods when his body cam recorded something unsettling. Out of the darkness, a screaming creature suddenly appeared, startling him. The being looked humanoid with glowing eyes, prompting some to think it might be a skinwalker. But after reviewing the footage again, others believe it could just be a computer-generated image. Whether it's real or fake is still uncertain. Typically, coyotes are lighter in color, but these have black fur. Some cultures associate black animals with bad luck or evil, similar to black cats. However, these aren't cursed or genetically modified. They're just regular coyotes with rare black fur. Though uncommon, they're natural. Coyotes are nocturnal and closely related to wolves, feeding on meat and sometimes fruit. Whether black or not, their behavior is the same. A local recently snapped this photo on their security camera and believes it shows a ghost walking through the woods. The figure has no visible face, and the clothing looks unusual. Was it really a ghost, or just someone eerie passing by? The video shows a grassy area where two bright red lights, resembling glowing eyes, appear in a darker spot. Some thought it was a Bigfoot sighting. However, a small animal calmly walks nearby, which wouldn't happen if a big, scary creature were there. This suggests the glowing eyes are fake, likely created using CGI, AI, or special effects. It seems the video was edited to get attention. Share your thoughts in the comments. In this footage, a ghostly figure was seen crouching near a bin before mysteriously vanishing. It appeared to wave its arms just before disappearing. This raises questions. Why would a spirit linger near a bin? Could it be trapped between worlds, trying to break through? Or is something more sinister going on? Some even question if the footage is real. A woman dressed in a flowing white robe with long hair hanging down like a waterfall is seen hovering above the trees, already a haunting sight on its own. The fact that she's floating defies all logic, creating a mix of fear and fascination. Is she a ghost, a spirit, or maybe even a witch? A woman living in the Appalachian Mountains was alone at home when she filmed this video and posted it on TikTok. In the Appalachian Mountains, there's one clear rule. If you hear something, pretend you didn't, and that's just the beginning. If you hear your name being called from the woods, don't reply. Ignore any tapping sounds at your window during the night. Never whistle after the sun goes down. Stick to the marked trails. If you see something that looks nearly human, it's not. Avoid discussing these things too much. Remember all of this if you ever find yourself in Appalachia. A creature that looks like Bigfoot was caught on camera. At first glance, it seems like an ape, but it's walking upright, something most apes don't usually do. This detail, along with its furry, human-like body, points to Bigfoot. On closer inspection, the team noticed what appears to be a baby clinging to its back. A baby Bigfoot is something almost no one has ever seen, which makes this footage especially interesting. Still, it's unclear if it's real or just a clever fake. ChrisGamer08 had just gotten home, tired from the day, when something odd caught their attention outside the window. Two glowing eyes staring right at them. Startled but curious, they quickly took a photo and posted it on Reddit, hoping someone could explain what it was. So far, no one has a clear answer. Maybe it was just an animal, but in the Appalachian region, you can never be too sure. A property owner in Lancaster County spotted a deer with two noses on his trail cam footage. He wasn't expecting anything unusual, but upon review, he noticed the bizarre deformity, one nose stacked above the other. Though rare, such abnormalities can result from hormonal imbalances during pregnancy. Despite its unusual appearance, it's a natural condition. This trail cam footage shows a brief, blurry glimpse of a large, familiar creature, one many believe to be Bigfoot. But what makes this sighting different is the creature's behavior. It appears to be peeking playfully through tree branches, almost like it's playing hide and seek. According to the uploader, Bigfoot wasn't alone. It had a young Sasquatch sitting on its shoulders. While the juvenile is hard to spot in the video, the claim adds an interesting twist to the sighting. An unusual image was shared that some people think shows a mysterious creature. The person who sent it in claims it's a Sasquatch. At first, that might seem believable, but on closer look, it just doesn't seem real. While the creature design is cool, it looks more like something created by AI. The reviewer thinks it's fake, but what do you think? In this clip, a Russian YouTuber shares a video titled Desert Fish, claiming it shows real fish swimming through desert sand. Given the intense heat, you'd expect any fish in that environment to be cooked, not casually gliding across the hot ground. Strangely enough, the fish appear to move comfortably, trailing behind a group of men. It's hard to believe this is real. Unless there's something we're not seeing, this could either be a strange natural phenomenon or a convincing CGI hoax. What do you think it is? Drone footage from an unknown rural location captured something strange. At first, it looks like a typical countryside scene, but things quickly shift. Near an old rundown shack, a pale, ghostly figure is seen crouching on the ground, seemingly focused on something. The exact activity is unclear. Soon, the figure notices the drone and starts moving toward it. As it gets closer, its unsettling, human-like but distorted appearance becomes more obvious. Some believe it could be a rake or skinwalker, creatures linked to paranormal stories. While the footage is creepy and mysterious, the person reviewing it is convinced it's fake. A family living near the Appalachian Mountains recorded a video that just didn't sit right with them. In that region, people often warn about animals acting strangely. It could be skinwalkers or some other dark presence trying to imitate animals to get near you. So, while the encounter might have seemed harmless, maybe even a bit over the top, the family's fear isn't without cause. This footage was recorded at the entrance of a house, where a strange-looking creature appears. It has a head shaped like a light bulb and glowing red eyes. The creature seems to hold its balance using two strong arms and keeps moving in and out of the frame, disappearing into the darkness. It's unclear if it's hiding or waiting for something. Some say it might be a possessed doll, a spirit attached to the house, or even a rake. What do you think? A man picked up a caterpillar, not expecting anything unusual. But when he accidentally applied some pressure, the insect made a small squeaking sound, something you'd never expect from a caterpillar. Some think it might be a defense reaction or just a response to being touched. Either way, it's a strange and interesting behavior that shows how little we might really know about these tiny creatures. After a snowstorm, a man walking through the forest spotted something strange, a tree emitting white smoke, despite the snowy conditions and no visible fire. This eerie sight quickly sparked online speculation, with some suggesting it could be a hidden underground bunker, venting smoke through the tree. But what do you think? Could it be geothermal activity, a natural tree fire from lightning, or something more mysterious? Share your theories below. During a family trip, something strange was caught on camera. The footage shows a tree in the center, and behind it, a shadow moves. The figure doesn't match any known cryptid or paranormal creature in existing records. The family believes it might be Bigfoot, but the reviewer disagrees. Do you think it is? In 2019, a man exploring the Australian wilderness snapped a photo of an unusual animal. It had a long tail and was bigger than a fox, making him wonder if it might be the long-extinct Tasmanian tiger. Though the image is blurry, it closely resembles the creature once thought to be gone forever. While no confirmed sightings exist since it was declared extinct in the 20th century, this strange encounter has many asking, could the Tasmanian tiger still be alive? In Mexico, a strange abandoned tunnel was discovered, leading into a dark underground cave system filled with odd stone structures. While exploring, the person filming claimed they saw a creature lurking in the shadows. The eerie setting raises questions. Was it something real or just a trick of the light? Either way, it's enough to keep most people far from that cave. A group out driving through the woods at night recorded a disturbing event. The video starts with a woman screaming as a hooded figure stands in front of their car, staring at them. The windshield is cracked, suggesting the car may have hit the figure, but it's still standing. The group doesn't get out, clearly scared. Then, the figure suddenly jumps onto the hood, completely unharmed. Its actions and survival raise questions. Was it human or something else? Some think it could be a skinwalker, shapeshifter, or something darker. While driving through town, a man noticed a glowing cross in the sky. An unusual sight that quickly sparked discussion online. To some, it appeared to be a divine or supernatural sign, possibly connected to the rapture. and inspired feelings of awe and wonder. Others, however, viewed it with skepticism, suggesting it could be something ordinary, like a reflection on a car window. What do you think? Authentic or just an illusion? As a group of workers were digging in the forest, a huge figure, believed to be Bigfoot, stood silently behind their excavator, hidden among the trees. The creature didn't react to the noise or the workers, and simply watched them for some time. The men didn't seem to notice its presence, leaving people to wonder what might have been going through Bigfoot's mind as it observed them. A couple went to check out an old abandoned asylum deep in the woods of Baltimore. While walking through the gallery, their camera caught something truly unsettling.
I almost hit that. Yo, this place is crazy, bro. What?
Where are you going?
I swear I just seen something.
Babe!
Bro, what the?
In the blink of an eye, a dark figure darted into one of the rooms. Without thinking twice, they ran after it. But the question remains, who or what was wandering through that asylum? A mother takes her kids to the park for a fun day and decides to snap some photos while they play. Everything seems normal until she looks back at the pictures later. In the background of several shots, she notices a strange figure that she hadn't seen at the time. It looks like a ghostly child, quietly playing near her kids. The discovery leaves her deeply unsettled. This footage shows a tall, mysterious creature. At first, it resembles an ape, but many viewers believe it's a Sasquatch, possibly even a juvenile Bigfoot due to its brown fur and estimated 7-foot height. While some speculated it might be a Yeti, Yetis are usually lighter in color and found in snowy Himalayan regions. The creature moves quickly and smoothly through the trees, clearly trying to avoid being seen. Since the camera is following it, it seems likely that the being was trying to escape human presence. What do you think it was? A trail camera in Sydney, Australia, captured a strange ape-like figure. Although Australia isn't home to primates like this, some believe it could be the yowie, Australia's version of Bigfoot. The yowie is essentially the same creature people elsewhere call Bigfoot, just with a different name. What's intriguing is that many cultures across the world describe similar beings, even without ever interacting. Could that just be a coincidence? Drone footage shows a strange figure in a mostly empty plantation area. The scene is calm, with green grass and tall trees, until a dark figure appears near two white pillars that look like some sort of gateway. The figure walks smoothly, almost like a human. The odd part is that no one was supposed to be in that location. It's mostly abandoned. This leaves people wondering, is it Bigfoot or just someone dressed up? This footage was captured by a ghost hunter exploring a mysterious field deep in the woods. There, he discovered graves and strange items hanging from tree branches, including necklaces made of human teeth. If that doesn't suggest a curse, what does? Still, he pressed on until he encountered a woman in a black cloak crouched on the ground. When he called out, she suddenly ran. He tried to chase her, but tripped, letting her escape. Her reaction raises questions. Was she hiding something? Maybe even performing a ritual? In this footage, it looks like the trees are covered in a transparent sheet, but it's actually a thick layer of spider webs. This happens due to a behavior called ballooning, where certain spider species release silk threads into the air. The wind carries them and their threads, and when many spiders do this at once, it can blanket entire areas with webs. This usually occurs when they're moving to new locations. A strange discovery left people baffled. A cat that appeared to have turned to stone. Its body had become stiff and rock-like, sparking curiosity and speculation. While petrification, where minerals gradually replace organic material, can happen in rare geological conditions over long periods, it's highly unusual for a household pet. So, what happened here? Was it a rare natural event, a strange coincidence, or something else entirely? This footage from the UK shows a mysterious triangular craft flying through the night sky, its lights clearly outlining its shape. The sighting has sparked debate. Some believe it's a UFO from another world, while others think it could be a human-made craft using advanced, possibly reverse-engineered technology. What do you think? Alien origin or human innovation? In Las Cascadas, Mexico, a group of people were enjoying themselves on a swing, unaware that something strange was watching them from the shadows. A pale, human-like figure with odd movements could be seen hiding behind a tree. Some say it looked like the Rake, a well-known creepy creature from online stories. It didn't act aggressively, just watched quietly before vanishing back into the woods. What it wanted is still unknown. Was it curious, lonely, or just passing by? During a stormy night, a man filmed a shocking scene. Lightning struck, briefly illuminating what looked like a large humanoid figure. In a flash, the creature appeared to be hit directly by the bolt and disintegrated into ashes before disappearing. The bizarre footage sparked debate online. Was this a supernatural entity destroyed by nature's force? Or could it have been an illusion, a camera glitch, or a trick of light during the storm? What's your take on this eerie moment? A series of photos taken with a stealth cam initially shows normal deer in the woods, but when enhanced, strange spectral shapes begin to appear. One image glows red, another yellow. After being shared with the paranormal community, many began speculating that these ghostly forms might be the spirits of deer that haven't yet moved on. While that's a wild idea, it raises questions about the line between the natural and supernatural. A fisherman got quite a shock during a routine trip when he pulled in his net expecting fish, but found a venomous sea snake coiled among the catch. Without hesitation, he grabbed the snake by the head and released it back into the sea. The moment, captured on video, sparked concern since sea snakes are among the most venomous ocean creatures. Fortunately, the encounter ended safely. A trail camera set up in the woods recorded some coyotes roaming at night, behaving normally as if they were hunting. At first, nothing seems unusual, until glowing eyes appear in the background, watching them. The eyes seem to belong to something very large, possibly even a Bigfoot. What's strange is that the coyotes don't seem to notice anything, even though their senses are usually sharp. Since they don't react, it raises doubts about the footage being real and suggests it might be edited or staged. A 12-year-old boy claimed to have seen a Yeti during a camping trip in the Korova Mountains of Siberia, an area known for frequent Yeti sightings. He said he was out for a morning walk with other kids when he saw a large creature with brown fur and human-like brown eyes. After his sighting, campers found giant tracks near the campsite, twice the size of an adult's foot. Strangely, no one heard any sounds when the creature supposedly passed by. The tracks supported the boy's story, making it likely that he did spot Bigfoot. A trail cam placed near the Greenbrier River Valley in West Virginia captured something unusual, what many believe might be Bigfoot. The image was taken just miles from the man's home, deep in the Appalachian Mountains, an area known for decades of strange sightings. Locals often speak of eerie howls at night and huge footprints in the woods. Could this trail cam have finally caught Bigfoot on camera? In this trail cam footage, a deer is calmly standing in the woods when a strange, ghost-like figure suddenly appears from the darkness. The smoky-looking shape moves quickly toward the deer, then vanishes without a trace. Some might dismiss it as fog, but the deer's reaction, its ear twitching and head turning toward the figure, suggests it sensed something unusual. Whether it was fog or something more mysterious, the animal clearly felt something wasn't right. A bizarre scene was caught on camera late at night. Several people dressed in suits, hats, and carrying suitcases emerged from the woods, acting strangely. Their odd movements resembled a Charlie Chaplin routine, leading some to jokingly suggest a Chaplin cult. However, things took a darker turn when one figure, wearing a creepy mask, appeared to be leading the group. To add to the unsettling vibe, a red bonfire glowed in the background where they came from. Was this just an eccentric gathering, or something more sinister? A man saw something strange while at a lake, a fish swimming without its head. Curious, he moved closer and gently touched it. Surprisingly, the fish twitched in response. It's known that some animals can still move for a short time after being injured or partially severed. In this case, the fish's head was likely eaten by a predator, but its body kept moving in the water. Even so, it was a bizarre thing to witness. This footage was filmed with the camera aimed at the rearview mirror of a car driving along a lonely road, surrounded on both sides by dense woods. As the driver glanced at the monitor in the car, everything looked normal at first, but soon, something unusual appeared in the distance. As it got closer, it began to take shape, looking like a cryptid. 2 arms flailing, the creature started running toward the car, becoming clearer with each second. Scared, the driver sped off without looking back. What do you think it was? A strange person, Bigfoot, or something even creepier? While venturing into a remote cave far within the Appalachian Mountains, Reddit user JTS4 encountered something genuinely eerie. The cave was strangely quiet, not a single drop of water, just absolute silence. However, when he watched his GoPro footage afterward, he heard this.
Leaves. The mud just broke off as I left.
The recording captured a distant, terrifying scream, something he hadn't heard at all while he was in the cave, yet it came through clearly on the video. Other Reddit users said it sounded like it belonged in a horror film.
Leaves. Leaves.
Some believe it was just a trapped animal, maybe a mountain lion, a hog, or even a fox. But others insist the scream sounded far too human. So, what exactly was calling out from the darkness? This supposed Bigfoot sighting was captured on a dash cam, or so it's claimed. In the video, a faint figure can be seen in the distance, briefly walking before vanishing into the trees. The driver insists his dash cam recorded the encounter and that it was Bigfoot. However, there's some skepticism here. Dash cams are usually fixed in place, and unless this one was using some advanced setup, the footage quality doesn't quite support that claim. An intriguing image captured by a trail camera shows a mysterious figure moving through a remote forest. The uploader, who owns the footage, insists the area is so secluded that human presence would be highly unlikely, unless it were a poacher. While that might seem plausible at first, the height of the figure changes everything. After analyzing nearby trees and objects for scale, the creature was estimated to be around 8 feet tall, far taller than your average human. This detail has led many to believe the figure might be Bigfoot. If not, then what other towering cryptid could be wandering the woods under the cover of night? El Mali, a devoted believer in the Nephilim, interviewed a man who claimed to have witnessed a bizarre event while hiking through a park. As he walked, he noticed strange activity and quickly began recording. A transparent bubble-like shape appeared on the path, and within it, a round object seemed to move toward him. But the truly unsettling part came next. A misty figure began to form at the center of the bubble. Experts later examined the footage and discovered what appeared to be a creature with an elongated head, possibly a Nephilim, emerging from the portal. The figure looked like it was transitioning from another realm into ours. Could this be proof that Nephilim actually exist, just as Molly believes? Or is it simply an unexplained anomaly? What's your take? A mysterious piece of footage shows tiny lights rising from the earth into the sky. This unusual and mesmerizing scene has sparked various interpretations. Some believe the lights represent souls ascending to heaven, possibly linked to the rapture, while others think they might be alien spacecraft leaving Earth before a disaster. Though theories differ, the true nature of the lights remains unknown. This man often heard unusual sounds coming from the woods at night, making him feel a mix of curiosity and discomfort.
Just out of sight, like usual. I gotta get to the truck to get to work. I don't really want to leave this porch.
In such a remote area, those strange sounds could have come from any number of creatures. One night, his girlfriend convinced him to check it out, so he went outside with a gun. What he found was unsettling, a pair of glowing eyes on the roof. As soon as the creature noticed him, it quickly disappeared into the dark. What it was remains unknown. Maybe a dogman, a rake, or just a clever hoax. Without more proof, the mystery remains unsolved. While living deep in the mountains, over 500 kilometers from the nearest beach, a couple never imagined what they'd discover one early morning. Around 5 a.m., the wife walked into the kitchen for a glass of water and suddenly screamed. Her husband ran in and was stunned by what he saw. a giant crab crawling across the floor. There were no open doors and no obvious way it could have gotten inside. Some speculate it might have hitched a ride in a box. But even then, how did a crab end up there? On a hot afternoon, in a sunlit forest filled with tall trees and dense greenery, a darker patch of green appears deeper in the woods. Looking closely, a tall, shadowy figure can be seen between the trees. It has a dark, dog-like face and walks upright on two legs, resembling the legendary Dogman. If this footage was captured near human areas, it raises real safety concerns. This camera captures a dramatic moment in nature. A deer caught at the exact instant it was struck by a hunter's shot. It's a rare, frozen frame that highlights the raw intensity and precision involved in hunting. While the ethics of hunting remain debated, this powerful snapshot undeniably portrays a pivotal moment in the natural cycle. A camera captures a humanoid figure that looks like an old woman with glowing eyes, crawling on all fours with unnatural speed and ease. Her movements suggest she's been moving this way for a long time. It's a strange and creepy situation that leaves a lot of things unclear. What do you think? The video begins with a man trying to lift a creature's head out of dark, muddy water. At first, it might look like a catfish, but once the face appears, it's clear this is something unusual. The creature looks like a strange mix between a dolphin and an alligator, something that shouldn't naturally exist. Some think it might be a beaked whale, but it doesn't fully match. The muddy water makes you wonder if pollution or toxic waste could have caused a mutation. Whatever it is, the footage leaves people guessing. A trail cam captured a strange hand messing with the camera at night. The hand looked messy and dirty, with long, rough nails. Some people think it might be Bigfoot, while others believe it's just someone faking it to get attention. The way it looks and acts has made many viewers question whether it's real or not. The video shows a nighttime drive through a wooded area, with a passenger recording the scene. As the car moves under an overhead light, it slows down when a strange, dark figure is seen moving among the trees. Due to the darkness, it's hard to tell what the creature is. Some think it could be a skunk ape, while others believe it's just a black bear, possibly filmed by park rangers. The creature's size and movement are interesting, but low light can often make things appear different from what they really are. Its true identity remains uncertain. During a road trip, two furry figures were spotted walking upright in the distance. Thinking they had found Bigfoot, the observers got closer, only to realize they were just bears. This disappointed the paranormal community, who were frustrated by the false alarm. Mistaking a bear for Bigfoot? That's not something easily forgiven. While hiking the Appalachian Trail in North Carolina, a hiker unexpectedly came upon an old graveyard at the top of a hill. There were headstones, but no signs, fences, or markers to indicate it was there. It didn't appear on any maps, and he couldn't find any details about its history. Although the mystery of the graves remained unsolved, the unsettling, chilly feeling of the place stayed with him. A terrifying encounter involved a bizarre creature that seemed to be a mix between a bear and an ape. It had a massive, powerful build like a bear, a hunched posture resembling a gorilla, and moved on two legs like a human. Still, it was clearly neither of those. This unsettling appearance has led many to wonder, was it a dogman, Bigfoot, or perhaps an undiscovered cryptid? A homeowner was left confused after their security camera recorded a bizarre figure that looked like an alien. The being had a triangle-shaped head and huge black eyes, and what made it even stranger was that its body looked partly see-through, especially around the shoulders. This led to questions. Was it hiding itself, appearing out of nowhere, or possibly playing tricks on the homeowner? The strange footage left everyone wondering what it was. In the streets of Oregon, a man recorded something unusual. The asphalt road was so hot that it began to steam, and the tar appeared to be melting.
Yeah, they say this is a volcano 100 years ago, but...
At first, some believed it could be a volcano reawakening after centuries of dormancy. In cases like this, people often jump to sensational and extraordinary conclusions. However, further investigation debunked the volcanic theory. The real cause? A trail camera captured a strange figure at night that's difficult to identify. It resembles a kangaroo, but it's standing upright and appears to be looking directly at the camera, almost as if it's posing. The darkness and poor lighting make it hard to see the full surroundings. The odd appearance leaves room for plenty of speculation. A Reddit user and his friend were hanging out with a group late at night on a 60-acre property, though they mostly stayed within a 5-acre area. To pass the time, they played hide-and-seek. Suddenly, a sharp, eerie scream echoed from the nearby woods. They thought it might be a coyote, but something about it felt off. Just to be safe, they aimed a phone toward the sound and took a photo. When they looked at the picture, they spotted a white figure that looked disturbingly like a skinwalker. It could have been anything, but with the strange noises and the uneasy feeling in the air, what if it really was one? A team of ghost hunters went into an abandoned ghost town at night and recorded their investigation. While exploring empty, messy buildings, they were startled by a scream. They searched for where it came from, but found nothing. Soon after, they heard another loud noise, like something being thrown at them. Though shaken, they kept going. Later, they spotted a distant figure starting a fire and waving it in the air, possibly as a warning, before tossing it in their direction. When they went to check, the figure had disappeared. They later saw another cloaked figure, but it vanished too as they got closer. The events left the group and viewers wondering if what they saw was real or just staged. A woman hears a deep growling sound coming from within the woods nearby. Take a listen. After hearing growling in the woods, instead of fleeing, she bravely investigates with her phone. As she moves through the trees, she spots a black creature crouched by a tree with something red near its mouth. Startled, she quickly runs away. While some viewers speculated it was a paranormal creature, others think it's most likely a black panther. One evening, a woman was relaxing in her home in the Appalachian region when something caught her attention. Just outside the kitchen window, a figure was staring in. In Appalachia, there's one rule you never ignore. Always cover your windows after dark. But that night she didn't, and ever since people have wondered, why break a rule meant to protect you? A trail camera snapped a creepy photo showing a wolf-like creature with a humanoid body and almost human facial features staring straight at the camera. At first glance, it might look like a regular animal, but a closer look makes it clear something's not right. The person who discovered the image was so unsettled, they shared it online to warn others. The photo has left many questioning what this creature really is. A dark figure appears in the middle of the video, though the footage is blurry and zoomed in. The person who recorded it says they saw a tall, ape-like creature moving around. Even from a distance, the sight of it made him feel uneasy. That fear intensified when the creature stood up, revealing it was much bigger than he expected. It seemed to notice him, but didn't react, just turned and walked deeper into the woods until it disappeared. Because of the low quality, it's hard to confirm what was really caught on camera. In this intense encounter, the person filming hides high in a tree, trying to catch a mysterious creature on camera. Then, without warning, the trees begin to move, and a large, black-furred figure steps into view. It's massive and moves with purpose, almost like it knows it's being watched. The recorder's heavy breathing captures the tension of the moment. Could this be Bigfoot, the legendary creature of countless forest stories? What do you think they saw? A trail camera captured the moment one night. What began as a peaceful woodland scene was suddenly disrupted by a strange creature walking into view. At first, it might be mistaken for a person, but it quickly becomes clear it's something else. A humanoid figure covered in ghostly white fur. Though the blurry footage makes details hard to confirm, the creature appears focused on something as it calmly walks across the frame and disappears. While we only have images to go by, it's obvious this being is no ordinary animal. It's a cryptid, though exactly what kind remains unknown. A hiker recorded something strange on camera, something he couldn't explain. It was a red, glowing ball with no sound and no clear source, just floating through the forest. Some say it's a spirit from tribal legends, while others think it could have been a flare or a drone. But the hiker said it didn't seem man-made. To this day, no one has given him a clear explanation. Cody had been living on his property for 22 years when something unusual occurred.
So I was mowing the yard yesterday and Seen this little square patch of grass. It's never been here before. It's dead. When I drove over it, it kind of sank. And I came over here with the shovel and tapped on it. Let me get a little closer. It's some kind of door. I've been here 22 years and this has never been here before. So I really don't know what to think about it. But about 1944 there was an old cabin here that burnt down, and it may be some kind of well or storm cellar or something. I may dig it up if enough people show any kind of interest in it and want to know what it is.
While mowing the lawn, he came across a soft patch of grass that hadn't been there before. Curious, he started poking around and uncovered a hidden door buried beneath the ground. It took some effort to dig it up, but eventually he got it open.
Well, it wasn't easy, but it's open. I don't know if it's an old septic or an old well. It's way out here in the field away from everything, but I had about a 15-foot stick of conduit. I stuck it down in there and couldn't touch the bottom. And I do have an old pump. I'm gonna stick in there and pump all the water out and see what in the world is down there. There's no telling, as long as it ain't an old septic. I see what y'all think. If anybody knows, let me know. But that's what it was. Had no idea it was here, so now y'all know.
It looked like an old well or possibly a storm shelter. Even with a long metal stick, he couldn't reach the bottom. Later that evening, strange noises started coming from beneath his house. He grabbed a camera and went to check it out.
What the? Nope. Out of here. That's your fault.
One evening, as a man was relaxing on his couch, he spotted something unusual staring through the screen door. At first, he assumed it was a cow or a goat, but the more he looked, the less it added up. It had no ears, and its posture was strange. The front stood upright while the back seemed tucked under, almost like it was kneeling. To this day, no one knows what the creature was or why it was there. A photo from the 1940s allegedly shows a dead Bigfoot lying on the ground. The person who took it claimed the creature was on its back, but it appears more like it's lying face down. The image is blurry and lacks detail, likely due to the camera technology of the time. What do you think, real or not? A huge bull moose was filmed in the wilds of Canada, and its size is jaw-dropping. Standing about 7 feet tall, the moose looks incredibly strong and majestic, especially with its massive antlers. As it looks around, it almost seems too perfect to be real, like something out of a movie or a lab. It's a stunning reminder of how powerful and awe-inspiring nature can be. A helicopter is seen carrying an object known as an electromagnetic surveying system. This equipment is typically used in geophysical exploration, especially in industries like minerals and geological mapping, where it measures underground electromagnetic signals. However, the presence of this system has sparked speculation, with some people suggesting it might be searching for extraterrestrial activity, possibly even UFOs, rather than just conducting a standard geological survey. While exploring the woods, someone noticed a strange face watching them from behind a tree. As soon as it realized it had been spotted, it quickly hid. Since this happened at night, it's unclear what the figure was. A person, a creature, or something else. The forest is known for odd sightings, and this was one of them. The person who recorded it made it out safely, but they didn't share any details afterward, leaving everyone guessing what it really was. In a remote forest, a trail camera captured footage of a mysterious dark figure standing motionless among trees and grass near a stream. The image is blurry, likely due to the camera's low quality, making it hard to tell exactly what the figure is. Some think it could be Bigfoot, and others even suggest it might have the ability to cloak itself. While the idea seems far-fetched to some, the strange sight has definitely sparked curiosity. Stumbling upon a scene like this can be unsettling. At first glance, it may look like something violent involving a moose, but a closer look reveals it's nothing alarming. What you're seeing is a natural process. The moose is shedding the velvet from its antlers. This temporary skin forms during antler growth and peels off as they mature. Though it looks dramatic, it's simply part of the moose's transformation, nature's way of crowning one of its most majestic creatures. Imagine stepping outside to play with your dog, expecting a normal, fun moment, when suddenly, something strange catches your eye. In the middle of the playful scene, a ghostly figure appears, almost as if it's joining in the game. It's not something you'd expect during a regular play session. As you watch the footage, it becomes harder to believe it's just a trick or setup. The man's genuine reaction, full of shock and confusion, makes the moment feel even more real. So what was that figure? Could it really have been a ghost? The video begins with a visibly frightened man walking through the woods. His heavy breathing and shaking hands show he knows he's not alone. Though he isn't speaking English, the fear in his voice is clear. Just seconds later, a low growl comes from his right, and without hesitation, he turns and runs, revealing whatever's out there has truly shaken him. Slowing down the footage reveals that the source of the man's fear is not a normal animal. However, because of the video quality, it's hard to identify what it is. Some viewers believe it's a dog man, while others think it might be a skinwalker. With the footage being unclear, it's impossible to say for sure, but what do you think it could be? One night in the US, an unusual scene played out when a line of police cars and trucks with strange gear moved quickly through the streets, while a helicopter hovered above. The officers wore masks, which made the situation even more suspicious. This led to wild guesses. Were they responding to a nuclear danger, dealing with something from space, or maybe even an alien encounter? Northwest Wind is a YouTube channel run by Sam, an outdoor enthusiast from Cleveland, Ohio, who specializes in stealth camping, fishing, and wilderness adventures. In a video filmed on September 12, 2024, Sam ventures deep into a remote and eerie forest for a stealth camping trip. At first, the experience is calm. He sets up his camp, prepares dinner, and begins to unwind. But as night falls, the atmosphere quickly shifts. Mysterious sounds start to echo through the woods. Footsteps, whispers, and distant voices, making it increasingly clear that Sam might not be as alone in the forest as he initially believed.
We're gonna raw dog this stroganoff. Raw dog and off. Raw stro dog, stroke off a dog enough. Stroke a dog and off. Oh, the cream sauce is so delicious. I've always been a big fan of freeze-dried beef and chicken. Absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10. This will be one that I will buy again and again and again, 100%. Highly recommended. Mountain House Beef Stroganoff. Again, you can buy these at Walmart. Oh! I did just hear someone yelling back there. Someone's yelling back there. I don't know how far away, reasonably close. There's people talking for sure. And I hear people walking too. Might not be easy to pick up on the camera, but not that far behind me. Well, I just finished dinner and the sun's down. There's definitely people walking over there. I don't know. I can promise you, I do not like the feeling that I have. I've said it 20 times, I don't like the vibe. Perfectly nice campsite though. If there was no tomfoolery here in the past, I probably would come back and do an actual camp here. I think I saw one person earlier walking way back far over there. They were heading kind of horizontal. Don't even think they looked over and saw me. There's definitely people back in there. I can see them. I see one person. They're walking right there. I mean, it's not going to be a repeat. It's not going to be a repeat performance of last time because I will just bail at the first sign of anyone getting remotely close to me, but it's about 200 yards away. There's definitely somebody there. I'm trying to not be quiet on purpose so they know that I'm here. Holy crap, okay. Okay. That was as real of a reaction as you're gonna get, just like the last video. God, that scared the living out of me. Okay, I need to calm down. I'm gonna relax here for a second and we'll, What timing? What timing? Jessica's really gonna love that. I'm gonna go rewatch that video right now because that had to be classic. Oh, my heart is in my stomach.
Out of nowhere, a sharp, echoing bang cuts through the forest, startling Sam and making his heart drop. The atmosphere becomes instantly tense, and the fear on his face shows just how shaken he is.
I see him again. There they are. They just came back. Almost the same spot as last time. Hang on. You kind of, now they just literally right there in the opening to the left. Right there in the opening to the left. Hi! Hello! And they just step behind that tree. All right, Hi! Okay, a bat just flew across the thing and startled the, this isn't. It's honestly kind of comedy because at this point, I know what happened here last time. I know people might be back here. I don't think you're even able to see that far with the light now. Hi! I have my O light. Let's get that out too. Just so they officially know that I'm back here. Hey! Hi! Someone's walking back in there now. I'm not like scared because I can just leave at any time, but someone's walking back in here now too. Someone's walking back super thick over there. Someone's walking back behind this over here. And now they just stopped. Hi! I hear somebody talking. It's definitely humans because you can hear the two steps. You can clearly hear the gate, as Tony Random Adventures would call it, the gate. You can hear it.
Sam tries to stay calm and think logically. He calls out with a simple hello, hoping that whoever is out there will reply and put his mind at ease. But there's no response, just complete unsettling silence. And that's when the situation takes an even darker turn.
All right, they're closer than they were before, so. Hi, just hanging out. This has been recording. It's just about dark. I'm not dealing with this again. I don't know who comes back here or who does what, but clearly they know that I'm here. Yeah, let's not do this again. How's that sound? Poor planning and execution on my part. I don't know why I came back here. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. This is honestly fun. It's like a game. That person's just standing there. Hi, I see you. You're not gonna get me. All right, this isn't fun anymore. I don't have much light left, so I see you. Hi. Hey. Same guys last time. I haven't heard the person that's behind all this crap in a minute, but I can't see that person down over here, the person I saw before. Hey, how are ya? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna stay tonight, boys and girls. Ah! Okay, okay, okay. All right, okay. That guy was right. Okay, let's go. All right, I'm out. See ya. See ya. Okay, okay. See ya. All right, later. Okay. All right, we're out of here. Yep, we're out of here. See ya. Okay, see ya. All right, we're going. All right, all right. That was not cool. All right, I'm out. See ya. All right, back on the path. We're not gonna run. Fall on our face again. Okay, so I turned around and Bush's man was very, very close to me. So we're gonna vacate the premises. Not doing this again. Not doing this again. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Not again. Not again. I turned around. That other guy was only about 50 feet or so from me, just standing there. Ah! My sleeping bag, god damn it. It's gonna rip. Oh! All right. Okay, this isn't even. Why is this? Okay. I don't see them following me. It's still plenty of daylight, but we're getting here again. All right. Okay. All right. Calm down. Find this main trail. I believe it's right here. I think. I don't know. I don't see anybody. All right. Okay. Get me out of here. We're never coming back here. I knew it was a bad idea. All right. How do I get out of here? Okay. All right. Didn't want to come back here. All you subscribers told me to come back here. We gave it a shot. I can still see where I'm going. We're out of here. Hang on. I don't see anybody behind me. I don't see anybody. Okay. So I was looking the other way. Okay, here's the trail. Here's the trail. It didn't take that long. Didn't take that long to get here this time because I can halfway see. Which way do I gotta go? Which way do I gotta go? All right. Okay. That was, again, not coming back here again. All right. I was looking in the woods where I saw that person standing. You saw me point out where I heard all that racket. I turned around. Okay, this is not. I turned around. And that other person that I heard, literally 50 feet away from me. I could throw a football to him Perfect spiral. All right, we're out of the woods. Two, off. Okay. We're not coming back here. All right. Okay. Not again.
Fortunately, Sam got out safely and without injury. He absolutely made the right decision by prioritizing his safety over confrontation. The most disturbing part? There were clearly multiple people out there, and if they had no bad intentions, why follow someone quietly through the woods, hiding among the trees? This encounter felt truly sinister. Cursed Urban is a YouTube channel that explores the eerie and mysterious side of urban exploration, focusing on haunted sites, abandoned places, and paranormal investigations. In a video posted on February 7th, 2025, the creator camps in a secluded forest to investigate strange activity. Throughout the night, he hears unsettling noises, some possibly from animals, and even catches what sounds like a creepy laugh. Afterward, he describes feeling uneasy during the entire trip and reflects on the location's disturbing atmosphere. Given how remote and unnerving the area felt, he plans to return with more gear, like trail cameras, to capture any potential paranormal activity.
Are you worried about this skinwalker that lives here? Does it frighten you? That was me. Dude, my hands are not my hands are not steady tonight at all for this.
While trying to communicate with spirits, he suddenly hears two loud growls echoing from the distance outside his tent. Not willing to take any chances, he quickly grabs his weapon for protection.
What was that? Sounded angry, and it sounded close. Man, all right, guys, so been chilling out watching TikToks for about 20 minutes, and I haven't heard anything aside from that isolated incident of whatever it was screeching over in that side of the woods. I don't know what that was, dude. that I don't know. I don't like that. That's some creepy stuff. But not much I can do about it right now. I'm just gonna have to just kind of see what happens. So, that being said, I am going to hang out for a little bit longer, go to bed. I'm going to keep a camera running, but I won't bore you with the footage if there is none. And we'll see if anything else comes of it. And if not, you know, whatever. If there is, then, you know, I got 2 cameras running right now, so yeah. If something happens, we'll definitely get it, but I don't know, whatever that thing is that's screeching and hollering did not sound friendly to me. But we'll deal with it as we go. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna relax, have a snack, and then get to bed here soon. So if nothing else unfolds, I probably won't bore you with any more of what's going on tonight. And yeah.
Fortunately, nothing further occurred, and he made it through the night safely and without harm. But the real mystery still lingers. What was that scream, and what caused it? Was it simply a wild animal, or could it have been something more unsettling, like a skinwalker or a paranormal entity? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Dee's Dark Adventures is a YouTube channel that follows Dee as she ventures alone into forests, abandoned places, and well-known paranormal hotspots, often locations tied to cryptid sightings like Bigfoot. In a video from May 23rd, 2024, Dee heads into a remote forest rumored to have unexplained activity. This wasn't about chasing views. It was just a quiet trip to see if she could spot anything out of the ordinary. At first, everything feels calm, just her, the woods, and the sounds of nature. But as the sun begins to set, things take a turn. Dee starts hearing heavy footsteps, branches snapping, knocks echoing through the trees, and what sounds like something being thrown nearby. Then the camera catches something chilling, a dark figure visible only through the lens. Dee couldn't see it with her own eyes, as if it existed just beyond normal perception. The situation becomes more intense when she realizes it's not just wandering around. It seems to be circling her, watching, getting closer. That's when fear truly sets in.
Weird. Don't you come back. I want to thank you guys for being here with me today. It wasn't a very eventful video, but there can't all be more planes. Bangers every time, right? And I'm sorry for being poopy. I can't see nothing. It's right there. Okay, this is the tree where they blocked me in twice. What are you doing up there, man?
As Dee moves deeper into the dense forest, loud snapping sounds echo through the trees, like thick twigs or small branches being broken. The noise feels too loud, too deliberate, and way too close for comfort.
Look at that vent. So much cover in summer. I'm bear. What was that? Stop it. I don't... Whoa. Sounds like he's trying to push a tree down. Not trying to, but going to. Or ripping one. I don't know. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna get close to the edge because I know what they do here. They block you in. I keep seeing black, but I don't know if it's a shadow or one of them. Okay. Here we go. Guys, I'm looking for a John boat so I can get to that island. Okay, Froggy, chillax, okay? Hey, 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 little dude, relax, man. They're not gonna hurt you. Well, they might treat you like a potato chip. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, look. Where's it at? How do I get it? Way. Dude. What? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Look at him go. Sorry, I'm trying to hold still. Whoa! Okay, no. One behind me, man. I'm trying to hold still. Whoa! Okay, no. Where'd he go? There's one behind me, man. Stop moving. Where'd he go? Where'd you go? He's gone. All right, he's gone. I'm done. Okay.
Thankfully, Dee made it out safely and without harm, but the mystery still lingers. What exactly was out there with her? The figure captured on camera in broad daylight appeared as a solid black silhouette, not something that looked like a typical person. And what about the movements behind her? The ones that seemed to follow her from more than one direction? Was it a cryptid, something paranormal, or maybe even a real person with possibly dangerous intentions? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This video is from Exploring with Bear, a YouTube channel focused on urban exploration, adventure, and unsettling encounters. The creator, Bear, explores abandoned buildings, hidden locations, and mysterious sights, always in search of a thrill and the stories behind the places he visits. In this episode, filmed on March 4th, 2025, Bear ventures into a remote, eerie stretch of wilderness near a lake with a dark past. His goal is to camp there overnight and tough it out, but things soon take a chilling turn. As darkness sets in, he begins hearing strange noises and notices a pair of glowing eyes watching him from the shadows. On top of the unsettling atmosphere, the cold makes it even more difficult, and he struggles to keep his fire going through the night.
Or not. We'll soon find out.
What in the world? That was not a normal goose.
As Bear settles in by the campfire, a loud, eerie howl suddenly echoes in the distance, sending a chill down his spine.
That was not a normal goose. That was something else going on. Oh, good. The water's getting hot. See it steaming? That's all we need. Let's get her out. I see. Again. Those suckers are so close. That was a bunch of them. Super close. That was a little too close for comfort. Big pack of coyotes. I see eyes. A bunch. Look at all the eyes. Do you see them? You guys don't see them. Oh man, the bucket just fell on the fire. And there's eyes, I can't see them now. That's smoke. Are you freaking kidding me? That's ridiculous. I need a different flashlight. Man, there's a bunch of eyes. There's like 2-3 sets. 2 for sure, but I might have started with 3. Oh my goodness. Where'd those eyeballs go? Man, I was just charging the phone. It's so cold, it just sucks all the juice out of everything. Well, there goes the fire, man. Dag nabbit. The bucket spilled on it. This is terrifying.
Several pairs of glowing eyes catch the beam of Bear's flashlight, staring at him from the darkness, silently watching from the shadows.
Listen. Something scratching the window.
Fortunately, Bear made it through the night safe and unharmed. But the real question still lingers. What was out there watching him? Was it simply a group of animals, a cryptid like Bigfoot, or something far more sinister? DM Taw is a YouTube channel that documents van life adventures, travel vlogs, and the everyday challenges of life on the road. It follows a family, or sometimes solo travelers, as they journey to new places, often highlighting beautiful natural scenery and the freedom that comes with living in a van. In a video from December 3rd, 2023, the family heads to the Peak District for a peaceful weekend escape, enjoying the stunning misty landscapes and capturing scenic drone shots. But their tranquil trip takes a turn when they have a tense and uncomfortable encounter with some hostile locals.
Oh dear, what absolutely delightful human beings. I just don't understand people. Number one, the woman with the shep. And then number two, the old fella who clearly wanted a fight. I mean, the way he went up to the window. And then wouldn't move back out of the space, swearing in front of Maximus. Shouting in front of Maximus, and yes, you know, I am guilty of responding, but well, what are you supposed to do when someone will not step out of your doorway and is leaning in and trying to intimidate you, pointing their finger in your face and then threatening me out here? You've got to tell them this just isn't right. Now, Shell wanted to call the police, because obviously that is threatening and intimidating behaviour, what just transpired then, for basically parking in a place that has no restriction signs, no overnight parking signs. Now they do say, it does say private road, but we came up and there was residential houses all the way up and we didn't see a private road sign. I will check back.
When I got home, I checked who owns the road and I used to find my street, and as you can see, it's maintained at the public expense, so it's a public highway.
We are going to have to leave now anyway, because Maximus will not stay here. He won't settle here now after that. So we've moved and we're on the other side of the reservoir. And after that altercation, I'm just keeping an eye on for you. I don't really want to move again, but the only problem with coming somewhere where people are is, of course, you have to share the space. Now it is only 8:30 on a Saturday, so, you know, we're only having a bit of a campfire and playing some banging tunes, but, you know, it's not good for us. Maximus has just obviously been very upset, and Shell's just sorting him out now. I'm just letting Freya have a whittle.
Fortunately, they got out safely and without injury. However, the video sheds light on one of the more troubling aspects of van life. They hadn't done anything to trigger such hostility, yet the behavior they faced was truly appalling. Although they managed the situation calmly and responsibly, it likely cast a shadow over what was meant to be a memorable and peaceful getaway. This eerie video is from Brothers Wild, a YouTube channel that features outdoor adventures, hiking, and camping, often with a thrilling or mysterious twist. Run by two brothers, the channel captures both solo and group trips into the wild, exploring remote and rugged locations. In this episode, filmed on November 14th, 2023, one of the brothers goes on a solo camping trip to a secluded area, far from any signs of people. He spends the evening enjoying the quiet, cooking a simple meal, and relaxing by the fire. At first, everything feels peaceful and still, but once night falls, the atmosphere begins to shift. The wind picks up, and the usual sounds of the forest take on a more unsettling tone. Suddenly, he hears a loud noise, possibly a bang, explosion, or gunshot, that instantly puts him on alert. The rustling leaves and deep isolation only make the setting more unnerving. He tries to stay calm, but the tension builds when he starts to hear faint voices and movement in the darkness around him. Something or someone seems to be out there.
So guys, it is ice cold and it's just started to rain. So that's the long johns on. Ooh, got myself some sweet pepper hummus and Italian focciani bites for a bit of a snack. Just little crackers, little dip. Never had them before. Dip is beautiful. Crackers, pretty tough. So I'm enjoying my first solo camp, really am. I've had a nice fire, sat by the fire, chilled out, had some food, had some drinks. I got a nice little spot. No one can get up here. I've seen a couple of dog walkers tonight with their lights going around. They're about a quarter of a mile maybe down the bottom. They can't see me, which is brilliant. I love it. Love it. This is a right spot. It's probably the best spot that I've found from the public. And there's an abundance of wood here. There's mushrooms everywhere. It's a great spot. And it's on my doorstep, which is great. So yeah, I'm just gonna tuck myself in now. It's 9:45 at night. So that's me tucked up ready for bed. Getting my sleeping bag in a minute. I've actually bought some thermals, which I'm going to put on in a minute. Or long johns in the US. So the wind's not too bad. It is kicking about a bit, like I'd say it's about 50 miles per hour at the moment. Apparently we're supposed to be getting 80 miles per hour winds. We'll see. But yeah, it's not too bad at the moment. Hopefully I can get some decent sleep tonight. So I'm out of whiskey, the fire is out, and I'm ready for sleep. Right guys, I'm gonna get some rest. If anything happens, I'll let you know. Good night.
After relaxing by the fire with some food and a drink, Brothers Wild gets ready to settle in for the night. But instead of a peaceful rest, the night takes an unexpected turn, and sleep is the last thing he's going to get.
I just heard like a loud bang. It's either an explosion or it sounded like it was really, really loud. Wow. That's unnerved me. It's really loud, really loud. So it looks like the storm's like holding up tonight. It's not too bad at all. So yeah, I'm quite cozy here. A bit of rain, but no, nothing worth writing home about. But yeah. So even though I'm solo camping, it's quite nice, like quite relaxed. Just had a phone call from my brother now. He's in Chicago, obviously, so it would have been nice. Ah! What the hell was that? What? Go away! Chicago, obviously, so it would have been nice. That was by far the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. I'm trying to run through mud. Oh no. I just need to get out of here. Oh, me. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. I got stuck in quick mud. Oh, the panic is unreal. I don't even know where I am. Right, so try and find your bearings, Ash. Oh. Where are we? Where are we? That way? I don't know even. It's not that way. Am I? Can't see a thing. Oh, that's not that way. It's not that way, is it? No. Oh no. The river's flooded. I don't know how I'm going to get out. Oh, how deep is it? Oh no. I'm gonna have to get wet. Oh, it's freezing. Wow. Crazy. Oh, crazy. Oh, finally. Finally managed to get out. Right. I seen and heard something in the tent. That was the scariest thing, and then I was trying to get out, go down the forest, and I heard something, say something again, clear as day, and I got stuck in all the mud. That's so scared I've ever been. I just had to wade through a freezing cold river. I need to go home, guys. Normally I wouldn't grab my camera and get out of there, but nobody believe me, so see you later.
After hearing strange noises, Brothers Wild picks up his camera again to investigate. Suddenly, a deep, heavy breathing sound comes from just outside his tent, followed by something striking the side of it. Panicked, he screams and decides he's had enough. In a rush to escape, he bolts from the tent, slipping through thick mud and nearly getting stuck before wading through a river to safety. Thankfully, he makes it out unharmed, but it was a terrifying ordeal, especially for his first solo camping trip. So what do you think was outside that tent? Was it just someone playing a cruel prank, or could it have been something much more sinister? One night, a group of friends decided to go to a place suggested by Randonautica in search of adventure. But when they reached the spot the app directed them to, they were startled to find someone already there.
Knife.
Oh my f***ing God, Michael, let's go. Please. Bro, I'm scared. Get out now.
As they hurriedly drove away from the man, Michael spotted another person in the rearview mirror pulling out a gun.
Please go.
Are you actually crying?
Go. He's scaring me.
Oh man, put your head down. Put your head down.
Michael, I'm so scared.
They panicked, ducked down, and hit the gas, speeding away while quickly calling the police.
Yeah, there were two guys. One like probably 50 yards behind the one dude, and we thought it was we sped off and ducked our heads. So
it was later confirmed that the first man had a knife and kept repeating the word paradise. The group was lucky to make it out safely, but it raised a disturbing question. How did Randonautica guide them directly to such a dangerous encounter? Could it really have just been a coincidence? A man living near the Appalachian Mountains usually hikes alone in the area and had never encountered anything strange until this particular time. He captured a scream unlike anything he'd ever heard before. It might have been an animal, but to him, it sounded eerily unnatural. Could this be his first unsettling encounter in the Appalachians? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.